Good Friday. I thought I'd pop in quickly and do a video because I haven't for a couple of days. I've been embracing the shifts personally and collectively and just being with that, noticing the changes, the quiet changes that aren't always evident in the mass of everything going on, so that I could be grounded in who I am and where I'm going, which feels really relevant alongside the fact that today, with everybody being home, obviously the last few weeks, I've decided to do the video upstairs in my bedroom. That feels very relevant because it's almost as if I'm taking my energy above what is going on around me. I'm going up higher in order to truly see. And I can really feel that in my chest. I can really feel the need for that in my chest, individually and collectively. So yesterday, I'm still working with the tarot, and I was on the Emperor card, which was very much about empowered choices in that particular deck. And I spent all day yesterday building my foundation, my home, really concentrating on that. Having spent the day before uploading videos, doing lives, writing blogs, yesterday it felt really important for me to almost bring back my energy and ground it for today and every day, really, taking that moment to reflect and coming and centering ourselves. In the evening, I did a collective healing. I'm blessed to be part of collective healing in our group on Facebook, and it found me starting in the back garden, actually saying the Lord's Prayer, which for those that know me, I claim to not be religious. Now, when I state that, it is just a personal view. It is religious in the sense of mainstream religion. I kind of embrace all of them, really. I have no one set belief. So in that sense, I see myself as non-religious. So I started out in the back garden, stating the Lord's Prayer, lighting a candle, and found myself guided to go out to the front by a stream in the darkness with my drum. And as I did so, I drummed and I prayed, and there were bats flying above my head, which were quite freaky, quite fearful at the time. But I put up the hood of my dressing gown. Thankfully, my neighbours are used to me now. Put up the hood of my dressing gown, put my head down, and just kept my own beat, my own rhythm, connected to the waters within me. And as I did so, I received a very clear message, not from spirit as such, not even from the tarot cards that I was using, but from my own waters and the waters around me. Once I connected to my emotions, I could hear the earth. I could hear the earth through her emotions. And the message was very clear. It was very easy to receive in this space, the truth behind it. And it was, "Be still, my child, all is well." Even now, I can feel the impact of that. So last night, I intended to sleep with the Emperor card under my pillow, and I kept waking up throughout the night, dreaming of children, my relatives, but also other children. And I didn't understand the whole dream behind it, and I didn't need to understand the whole dream behind it. What it felt like was embracing the child, releasing the child within us and around us. That's what felt important, bringing the children home. We are all children of the earth, and we often lose that connection. We often, lose the guidance that can come from the earth. So halfway through the evening, halfway through the night, I think it was about 2 o'clock in the morning, I changed my card from the Emperor to the Hierophant, which in the deck that I'm using is female. And it's about learning from love, which isn't normally how the Hierophant is seen. The Hierophant in the tarot deck is the Pope, often depicted as religion and dogma and being told what to do, the leader, the teacher. But the tarot, like life, has two sides to it. It is about choices and the rules that we decide to follow. So for argument's sake, this morning, my husband mentioned that Usain Bolt actually has scoliosis. His physical body, by all intents and purposes, isn't designed to run. and yet he doesn't let it dictate his life. He is aware of it, and he still runs. Our minds at the moment, with so much information coming in, longs to decipher it, longs to understand, but it doesn't have to dictate everything. Our emotions, like the waters outside, can be still and they can be clear once we go into them, but even on their own, they don't dictate everything. And like Usain Bolt, our physical body doesn't have to either, or our desire and our will. So today is Good Friday, and it is renowned for the day of sacrifice. A sacrifice is when it's said in that sense, who wants to sacrifice anything? Because it's said in the sense of loss. Nobody wants to lose anything or anyone. Nobody wants to lose their freedom, and that is what we are being faced with at the moment. We are being told to stay indoors over the weekend with the sun shining and everything else, and that can be really hard. I understand that can be really hard, especially if we're not sure how much of what we're hearing is true, if we're not sure whether it will make a difference, if we're not sure how long it will go on for. And we're seeking these answers and not getting the responses that we would like. My advice is to look at the leader you are becoming, to look at the Hierophant and the Emperor that you are, and to make it about yourself and others. My grandmother used to say, if in doubt, leave it out. And that is a very, very good example that I live by. If I'm not sure, I can only deal with the facts that I have in that present moment. For me, that comes from the earth. When I tune my thoughts in with the air at the moment, it is calm and it is still. When I tune my desire and my passion in with the sun at the moment, which is what I did, and there is a video for sun ceremony, which I totally recommend on my channel. When I tuned in with the desires and passions within me and the sun, it was warm and it was gentle and it was always there. It will always be there. When I tuned in with my emotions, like the stream last night, and at the moment it's clear and it's calm, and my body, just like the air, is healing and growing and blooming. That is the truth. When we get past everything that is going on, whether it is theories, whether it is news, whether it is the opinions of others, we are blessed with the biggest guide that we have, our bodies and the surrounding environment. Are we matching it? Are we tallying up with it? It is wonderful to be free and to be outside, but the world is within us too. You can have that freedom within you as well. That's how you become the leader of your own emotions, your own thoughts, your own desires, and what you do with them. So today feels very much about taking that insight and making empowering choices for ourselves and for others, to realize we are all part of one and to bring that together. I don't think there's anything else to share, but I do personally believe when we look at things from the larger perspective, from the higher energies that were first mentioned at the beginning of this video, it's no longer seen as dogma. It's no longer seen as restrictive. It comes from a place of love and union and oneness for the greater good, whatever that may be, and we may not know at the moment. So I'm going to pick one card just for today. And what I'm hearing is, what are you willing to sacrifice for the highest good? Release for the highest good. I feel a sense of hope. I do feel a sense of hope underneath everything. That's that one. Okay, so it's the Two of Pentacles, and it's linked in with malachite, which is the crystal related to this card, but also known as the midwife's stone. So the thing that's going to help us birth, yeah, it's green, which is the heart center. Really making those choices from the place of the heart, really connecting to the earth in us, in us. The biggest dis-ease is that disconnection. Once we really connect to our bodies and its capabilities and its connection to the earth and spirit, that brings the balance, that brings the healing that is needed, that brings the cure for whatever ails us. So the card is Two of Pentacles, and the affirmation is, I calmly make the best possible decision. Yeah. Not just us, the earth, not just us, our family, not just us, everybody. One. Because then we have the Ace of Swords, the one. And at the bottom, I am ready for a breakthrough to success. Let's all do our bit. Whatever that bit may be, whether it is staying indoors, whether it is collective healing, whether it is holding the light and the hope and the belief that we can get through this, whether it is praying for people, whether it is frontline, whether it is working in shops, our NHS, whatever it may be, we are all branches of one tree. Do your bit. Do your bit, because it's just as valuable. It may seem staying indoors is restrictive. It may seem that it isn't making a difference. But at the moment, with the facts that we have, it's something that you can do. It's something we can all do. Take care. Have a beautiful Easter. Watch the next few days. Yeah, keep that light, keep that hope. Let's keep going. Let's get through this. Take care. Bye.